Hello everyone, my name is Matthew here at Crescentville. We're doing a self-graded card review of a 1996-1997 SkyBox. The set is EX2000, has a bit of an emboss, a bit of an acetate to it, and this is a Kevin Garnett card. We've recently just reviewed two other cards, a Anthony Hardaway and a Dennis Rodman, and I just recently did some cross-referencing on these cards to figure out what centering is actually a 9.5 according to some grading companies. And what's great is I was actually pretty accurate with my previous subgrades. I was probably maybe a little too rough, but honestly, I think 8.5s, and even this card feels like an 8.5 because the amount of space from the bottom feels a little less than the 8.5. And this feels also a little right heavy, where my previous two cards are a little left heavy. So honestly, I think like an 8.5 or even an 8, because not only is the left or right a little off, the top to bottom. So we're going to go 8 on centering for this card. And yeah, the card that I saw, similar condition, it got an 8. And I've scored an 8 and a 7.5. The Anthony Hardaway was 7.5. The Rodman was an 8. This will probably be close to an 8. And I think 8s are pretty average for these cards, even if they're in very close to pristine condition. Centering can be, a great score if you do have perfect centering, which is also more of a difficult thing to land. The edges is really the most difficult part about this card. There's a little bit of wear at the bottom, you can kind of see. The Rodman is also like that as well. Just a little bit of extra wear on that bottom, so that kind of like takes us down a few points there. The edges on the side of the card primarily is not that much of an issue. If you watch some of the other cards, it's really like how the player is slightly elevated off the card, and then the frame is also slightly elevated. You can kind of see a bit on his wrist there. It has like this almost a plastic kind of feel. It might be made out of cardboard, but I think some of the emboss effect might be like a piece of plastic that is almost layered into the card. I'm not quite sure, and I find it very interesting that they go above the frame to give it kind of additional layering. But I think that's the same level of height. I'm trying now to see if the player, whenever it's up against the frame, is that also an extra piece of height, or is that the same height? That feels like it's the same height. You can kind of see how this is a bit of his head kind of having a moment there. KG, I don't know what to say about it. Like, it is not... That came out a little better. Some of this stuff is not exactly what I'm looking for, but what do you say? What do you do? We're looking at edges right now. I kind of saw a little bit on the bottom, a little bit on this left side. You can kind of see a little bit of wear there. Yeah, we're talking about the part where the player, kind of see again on this side. And I don't have any real perfect way of removing these imperfections right now. Just trying to clean the card, but and hey, if you have a way to clean these cards, leave a comment and drop a comment below. Because there's just some parts where the front of the card came off super easy, no major problems. This part of the card, not as easily to remove this kind of additional debris. So if you have a way to accomplish this, feel free to drop a comment below. Because right now I do not have a surefire way of removing this type of excess. And again, I don't know if it is cardboard or if this is plastic. Really no idea what to do about it. Just trying to do kind of a quick adjustment to the card off camera to get it where this piece of excess removes, but that's not working. Kind of still see here, so with that level of imperfection on the edges, you can kind of see that's probably also there on the right hip. Oh, that's just his pocket. Okay, that's fine. Or is it? There we go. So many little details to these cards, and I'll get better at it. It's just going to take me some time. So yeah, a bit of some wear to a card. So I'll probably clean these before I do another self-graded review. I will probably do a lot more prep before I try to go on camera to discuss them. But I do like showing my audience my my journey in the grading realm. And this card just has still, so that part there I can't remove. It's a piece of debris that I am unable to remove from the card. And honestly, like, bothering with it too much could tamper or damage it even more. So I'll have to leave that there, and I will give the edges, probably, after all that, a 6.5, because there's a piece of debris I can't remove. And if I were the buyer, I'd want to know that. Piece of debris cannot be removed, and giving it a 6.5. Okay. Centering we already discussed. We'll do surface now. So there's a bit of a spot there underneath his short on the left leg. I've seen these spots on a couple of these cards now. I'm pretty sure it's just over 30 years the card gets some wear and tear to them. So there's a spot there on the surface. Let's see if there's anything on the back. I'm probably going to go with like an 8 on the surface for this one. And the corners might be the best part about this card. Like, that is about an 8.5 to a 9, 8.5, 9, 9, 9, 9, 8.5. So it's in between 8.5 and a 9. I'm going to go 8.5. I've seen more 8.5, so that much whitening, so we'll go 8.5. So now we average out some cards, or average out some subgrades. In between 8.5 and 6.5 is a 7.5, and then 2 8s and a 7.5. Overall 8. So yeah, that's, I mean, like, I might even move it to 7.5 because that back piece was not able to be removed. So I'm going to move it to a 7.5. There we go. I think that's going to be as accurate as I can get. And feel free to let me know how I can improve this process on these cards in the comments, because I do want to get better at this over time. And these grading cards and essentially getting them as preserved as possible is my goal. But yeah, we just recently finished up basically these 3 cards. And let us know, there's 3 different videos, let us know how we did.